Tim, how do you sum up that?
I thought it was an amazing game of cricket. Obviously, we've finished up on the wrong side of it, but I think in terms of an advertisement for Test cricket, I think that was bloody exciting. It was great to be involved in, so I can only imagine what it was like to watch. And I think at times you just got to give credit to some pretty good play. I thought Ben Stokes was unbelievably good. It was one of the great inningses. I thought Joe Denley and Joe Root yesterday were also excellent. I thought our bowling yesterday afternoon was as good as it gets. I thought that was really high quality Test cricket, and I thought those two played it extremely well, got through it, or nearly got through it, and gave their team a chance leading into today. And then a bit of individual brilliance today from a world-class player. Yeah, they were just too good.
Russell, thank you, mate.
Tim, can I just ask about the last session? Obviously 9 down with 73 runs to go. Can I just ask about the tactics of sending all the fields to the boundary and also the mindset of the players, a few misfields and stuff? I can imagine that the pressure was pretty intense. Did you sense that your guys were rattled at all, or was it just the awesomeness of Stokes?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't say we were rattled. I think no doubt there was pressure. That's Test cricket, and it was close and it was tight and the crowd was loud. That was as hard as it gets, I suppose, for a touring side. But look, sometimes people make mistakes, and we made a couple today, and in the end it cost us a Test match. That and an unbelievable innings. So that can happen. We've got time now to make sure we stick together. Bounce back. We've got a tour game against Derby, but as I said to the boys just before I came in here, if we get caught up in the emotion of it all and get too down on things, then the series can be taken away from you really quickly. The facts are that we have been in a position to win every Test match that we've played in so far. So we're doing something right. We've got to keep believing in that, keep applying ourselves to that at training. We think we've got some pretty good plans. And if we can continue to execute on skill and not get caught up in emotion, we think the next two tests will be the same. We'll be in a position to win them if we continue to do what we do. And then it comes down to taking your opportunities. And as I said today, we missed a few, and a guy played out of his skin to take a Test match away, and that can happen, and that's okay. We'll go to Manchester. We're not going to be sulking about it for long. Those losses certainly hurt, but as I said, the beauty of the Ashes is it's a series. We've played good enough cricket to this point to be in all games to win, and going forward, if we continue to stick to that, hopefully we'll be in those positions again, and next time we'll take those chances, but mistakes happen.
So, Master, Daniel, Chris,
Tim, is it any consolation to you to know that you've maybe just played in the greatest Test match ever?
Not yet. Certainly won't be for the next few months, but I said on air with Mark Nicholas before, I think in 5 or 6 years when we're ex-players, or maybe sooner, 40 is probably a stretch for me. I'm moving all right. I think we'll look back and know that we've played in an amazing Test series. I think you look to a lot of Ashes series. 2005 springs to mind every time you turn on a Fox Cricket or whatever, Channel 7. There's highlights of that because it was unbelievable cricket, not because who won it or who lost. There was awesome players playing in it, unbelievable innings, unbelievable spells, and so far this Ashes series has been the same for both sides.
Tim, can you talk us through, I suppose, in a sort of slightly more detailed way, I guess, what your thinking was with the last partnership there with the runs remaining, and I guess the decision to keep most if not all the guys out on the boundary for Ben?
Well, if we didn't, it probably would have finished a lot earlier, the way he was hitting them, to be honest. Look, it's one of those things. That is a really difficult period of time to captain. I don't think anyone has done it perfectly. I certainly didn't. I don't claim to have, but when a guy's going like that, you bring the field up, he's hitting them for 4 or 6 anyway. So what I probably would have liked to have done is more talk to our bowlers about the mindset, not at times, I think, when the field gets spread, they go a little bit defensive. So I still want our bowlers to be running in, thinking about getting him out, regardless of the field. But again, that's Test cricket. Ben Stokes was playing out of his skin. He makes you do things that you normally wouldn't, and you've got to give him credit for that. Didn't love today, but I love watching him play because of that reason. He puts you under pressure, he takes the game on, and he looks like he plays the way you would like to play. But it takes a huge amount of courage to play like he did today, and he pulled it off.
Tim, that the review,
Yep.
the one that went in the previous over, was that made in more of a hopeful way? And I suppose it's something you regret now.
I've got every review wrong, so I'm going to give it to someone else. But Paddy come and said, I think it might have pitched in line, but I think he hit it. And I said, well, he definitely didn't hit it, but I was worried where it pitched. And then it was just a spur of a moment. We'll have a dabble at it, but got it wrong.
And then did you see the footage of
No, and I don't want to. I saw it live. That's all I need to see.
You were completely convinced that it was out?
Was it not?
Yeah, no, it was.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I just,
It was out.
Yeah, I know. As I said, I saw it live. I don't need to see a replay. Don't want to watch that again.
Andy? Is there a microphone over here, please? And then Barat. And then Wuri, and then Rob, I think you might take...
Tim, are you concerned about the batting of your side, and do you feel that you kind of missed a trick on Saturday when in your second innings to kind of batting them out of the game?
Look, we haven't batted at our best. There's no doubt about that. But I would say I was actually really proud of the way we batted on day one. That was bloody hard work. The ball was moving around a lot. It was dark. The lights were on. I thought our guys applied themselves really well. Then I thought England had probably the best batting conditions, and we bowled superbly. And again, I wouldn't say our batting was poor by any stretch of the imagination in the second innings, but what we continually did was just leave the door ajar. We could have batted them right out of the game. And when you keep giving a team with high-quality players like England have got a sniff, whether it's a Jofra with the ball or a Stokes with the bat or a Root with the bat, at some stage they're going to make you pay. That's the only message we've said to our batting group, is that we probably missed a slight opportunity to bat them right out of the game, get 450 in front. But yeah, that can happen, and sometimes you need a bit of luck. But yeah, the boys are trying their best, and as I said, we feel like we've been in position to win every test, so we're doing a lot right. We just need to do it for a little bit longer.
Tim, towards the end, after the test got over, you literally had to lift Nathan Lyon off the ground, and you say you can't, the one emotion now, but the bowlers in particular after, Stokes innings, you don't see that in Test cricket. So do you have to take them aside and just have a word with them, just check where their mind is at?
Yeah, I did. I just said to Gazza, Gazza's obviously extremely disappointed, but as I said to him, no one's perfect. People make mistakes, and that happens. The important thing is that when it happens, you cop it on the chin, you hold your head up, and you stick together as a team, and you walk off together. And as I said, we've got 2 more test matches, and we've been doing a lot right. Instead of getting caught up in the emotion of it, we need to be able to deal with it, talk about where we went wrong, where we can get things better, and turn up to Manchester full of confidence, because we have been in position to win every test match, and that's a great position to be in. It's more about just making sure that those losses hurt, and you're allowed to show that, but I don't think you can get caught up in it when it's right in the middle of a series. So it's just about getting Gazza up. He's a really important player in our side as well, and I said to him that if our players see him deal with it really quickly and move on, then our younger players are going to do the same thing, and we turn up to Manchester or our next training session in a much better frame of mind, rather than have guys sulking or whatever you want to call it. It hurts. Deal with it, move on.
Just on that, how do you deal with it though? Because the emotion's going to be hard to deal with, given that you're so close to doing something that the team hasn't done in 18 years.
And we still are. And we don't talk about emotion. We talk, like I said, you've just got to stick to the facts. And the facts are, as I said to the boys, we have been in position to win every test match. So we're clearly doing something right. So instead of wasting time on a missed run out or a drop catch or a third LBW, let's put our energy into what we're doing well, and the things that are getting us in winning positions. And if we continue to do that, next time it pops up, we'll take that opportunity, we'll win the test match. Whereas if you let things drag on and get caught up in the crowd or the emotion, that's just wasted energy. We're here to play on skill, not emotion, and we need to put all of our thoughts into the great things that we have been doing.
Challenge of the next couple of weeks or 3 weeks, however long it is, bigger than, I suppose, the challenge you faced at the start of your captaincy when you were, I suppose, bringing a team back together again after the Saturday?
No, again, I'm pretty positive. I honestly think we're playing some really, really good cricket. Sure, we can get better in some certain areas. We won the first test, we drew the second, we've just lost the third by a wicket. And we had opportunities to win it. So, we need to address some areas, and we're not going to paper over the cracks and not talk about it. We're going to have some honest conversations about where we think we can get better. But we've got to keep focusing, as I said, on the process that we've got in place, the things that have been helping us get into winning positions. If we can keep nailing that, the same thing will happen in the next 2 tests, and then we just have to take our opportunities. And to have something like that so close is, as I said, hard to swallow right now, but it's not going to help us going into Manchester holding on to it.
Rob, you want to ask the last one?
You mentioned pre-test that you still had faith in Joel Wilson as an umpire. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I've got no issue with the umpiring. We can't control that. As I said, I don't think I've got a referral correct this series, so I can't sit there and have a crack at the umpires. And again, we've got to focus on what we can control, and umpiring decisions isn't one of them. So, I'm sure it's something that will be written about, but we also had other opportunities to win the game, and opportunities on other days, like we touched on with our batting, and we didn't take them. So to sit out and single out an umpire, I think is unnecessary. I think he's no different to anyone else. He's allowed to make mistakes.